Hey everybody, Pastor Josh coming at you, and I want to just update you on a few things, talk to you from my heart. As many of you know, Pastor Andy tested positive for COVID-19 yesterday, and that has certainly caused just a whirlwind of communication in the last 24 hours here at Living Waters, as you might imagine. And so we have seen several things happen. We've seen a lot of love from our church, tons of care and concern for Pastor Andy, prayers for him, and you need to keep praying for Andy. Andy needs your prayers. He covets them. I talked to him this morning. Said he has felt better in his life, but God has been faithful to him, and he's working through things quite well. So, according to the CDC's guidelines, we have contacted all close contacts to Andy during the previous 48 hours, and we have let them know about the recommendation for quarantine from CDC. Certainly, I have been involved in those conversations, as well as normally Andy and I hang out a ton during the week, but this week was very different. It was very odd because Andy and I did not hang out like hardly at all on Tuesday or Wednesday and even into Thursday morning. And so I reviewed my schedule, my situation openly, hour by hour with our elders, and let them have the evaluation to say, look, if you want me to quarantine, I certainly will. If you don't think that it's necessary, just let me know. I'm willing to submit to our pastors that way. So they looked at my schedule, and I was right close to the exposure, 15 minutes, and they said, Josh, we're just not convinced that you need to quarantine. And so that was the position of the elders, for which I'm very grateful for. Moving forward, I will be very cautious, though. I'm going to be monitoring my symptoms. I'm going to be monitoring where I'm at, as well as moving all my meetings for ministry to the digital format. So just want to let you guys know, just want to be open about where we are. And we have several, if not many, in quarantine now because they were in close contact with Pastor Andy. So I wanted you to be upfront and aware of that. This Sunday, we continue to move forward with our original plans that we gave you at the beginning of the week. We will be doing an online-only streaming service at 8:30 a.m., and I will be preaching at that, and certainly would encourage you to tune in online if you are staying at home, and that's where you're at with your convictions. You're going to stay home. Tune in on Facebook Live and YouTube. We'd be happy to have you join us for worship. And then there will be a 10 a.m. physical service at AMC Theaters Sunday at 10 a.m. as normal. And Pastor Chad has graciously agreed to preach for me at 10 a.m. So we are still anticipating a very simple physical gathering, but hopefully a very meaningful one in God's Word. And so we're still planning on a Sunday as normal with masks and social distancing. We did a great job last Sunday. I thought it was an awesome Sunday. And we will continue to just monitor this situation. As many of you know, COVID-19 cases are spiking in our state, and we are continuing just to monitor these things every day. And so I just want you to understand that things might change in the future. We're evaluating things after every Sunday. We're listening to our governor. We're honoring her. We want to honor just the different realities that we have in place, that we do have COVID cases going up. We also have an exemption from the governor to meet as a church. And so we're trying to balance those things with wisdom and responsibility. So we're going to continue to mask up for church. We're going to continue to social distance. We're going to offer the 8:30 service as a streaming option for you. Hopefully that will be a blessing. And we're going to continue to gather at 10 a.m. because we believe that it is an essential component of gathering together according to what God's Word says for the mental, spiritual, and emotional needs of our church and the well-being of our church. So we're going to continue to do that by faith. If it becomes untenable to continue to physically gather, we will be open to that conversation. So lots of things to think through. I know as the lead pastor, seeing the swath of the umbrella of our church family, I know that there are people who are on opposite sides of their perspectives, and everybody's got Bible verses to defend their position and where they're at. Many people have a lot of research that they've done, here's what I'm asking you to do. I'm asking you to walk in love towards one another. As people stay home and as some people continue to gather, walk in love toward one another. Just because someone is walking a little bit differently than what your personal perspective is and your sincerely held belief is, let's not judge that person. Let's love that person, because this is a difficult time for everybody. We're going to make it through. God is going to be good. He's going to bring us on the other side of this. Let's be sensitive to one another as we continue to move forward for Jesus' sake. So, love you, church. As the cares multiply within us, God's consolations are what comfort our souls. Psalm 94 says that. And so I've been really meditating on that and trusting God for a great weekend. We continue to love you, pray for you. We ask for your prayers in return as we continue to move forward by grace and with wisdom. So God bless you, church. We will see you online or physically in person this Sunday, and we will hopefully talk to you very soon. God bless you. We'll talk to you soon.